Shalom, Kol Halo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Yashawan, here with a quick lesson on how despicable and unrighteous this devil is. But the good news, the gospel, is that very soon we're going to get that payback and do what he did to us double. All right? So I'm going to read Isaiah 10. Let's go to the KJV first so that you can recognize this, because you won't recognize it if we don't read it in the KJV. So Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right. Now let's check that out in the NIV, and it reads like this. Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees. That word oppressive or oppression is very germane to the video we're about to watch, okay? To deprive the poor are the Israelites, of their rights, and withhold justice from the oppressed of my people, making widows their prey and robbing the fatherless. All right. Now, we'll get down to this later. We'll just read that later on. Okay. But right now, let's watch this little bit of video. Okay, and this is going to be short. Okay. This is American Doofus channel. All right. And this is yesterday. Today is the 2nd. And the topic reads, this is for white folks who think there are no systems of racism, or systemic racism, if you will. All right. Now he speaks because this could very well be a Jake. The spirit on him is very fair, and he might not be. He might be a devil disguising himself as an angel of light, which is nevertheless. We're going to watch this, and this is about how housing is either thriving or not thriving, depending on who you are. All right, so let's check this out.
The Indiana housing market has sent home values skyrocketing. Tonight, one Indianapolis woman says she was left out of that spike because of her race. That homeowners discrimination complaint targets the appraisal process.
She says that the appraised value of her home more than doubled after she took steps to hide her identity.
CBS 4's Jill Glavin looked into that complaint.
You just feel so helpless in the whole thing. Paulette Duffy wanted to refinance her home in this neighborhood just outside of downtown Indianapolis, but two separate appraisals valued the house at the same or less than what she paid in 2017. Frustrated by the process, she met Amy Nelson with the Fair Housing Center of Central Indiana, who spoke at a community meeting about this New York Times article exhibiting discrimination in home appraisals.
So I decided to do exactly what was done in the article. I took down every photo of my family from my house. I took every piece of ethnic artwork out.
Duffy asked a white male friend to sit in for her at a new appraisal. It came back at double the first two, valuing her home more than $100,000 higher.
I was so angry that I had to go through all of that. Just to be treated fairly, I had to go through all of that. It was pretty staggering.
Nelson and Duffy.
Just in case you didn't understand that, she had a white friend pretend to be the homeowner. She took down all of her family pictures, all of her possessions that in any way might have identified her as anything other than Caucasian.
Recently filed 2 housing discrimination complaints, asking the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to investigate the difference in the appraisals. Nelson believes bias played a role and points to the neighborhood comparisons that were used to determine the home's value.
And whether or not those comps were fairly selected is something that is the basis of the complaints that we have filed.
Duffy hopes that our case could serve as a catalyst to ensure the process is fair for everyone, no matter their background.
And I'm doing this for my daughter. I'm doing this for my granddaughter.
Generational
So that
wealth.
when they come against obstacles, they will know that you can stand up. You can say, this is not right.
In Indianapolis, Jill Glavin, CBS 4 News. Jill.
Once again, I just wanted to share that with you, give you an idea of what's going on today. And I'm sure it's not just limited to this one case in Indianapolis. It's a system. And the system is based on the concept of suppressing generational wealth. The property doubled in value when it appeared that a white person owned it and it was white inside. Yeah.
All right, good enough. So there you have it. All right, that's this devil. All right, let's read that one more time. Let's go up here now that you've seen that. Then it comes to life. Woe, this is Isaiah 10:1. Woe, meaning destruction, to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees, to deprive the poor of their rights, and withhold justice from the oppressed of my people. That's what's going on. Making widows their prey and robbing the fatherless. What will you do on the day of reckoning? When disaster comes from afar. That payback is coming to your ass. To whom will you run for help? Where will you leave your riches? All the money that you're stealing, okay? Because, of course, they'll mark that house up and sell it for whatever. They're going to buy it cheap and sell low. Nothing will remain but to cringe among the captives or fall among the slain. Okay? Hey, your day is coming, devil. All right? Let's get this. This is the book of Psalm 109. And 16. Because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. Okay? Who's that? That's Esau. He remembered not to show mercy. That's what we're looking at right there. Okay? Now, where did this come from? It came from the curses. All right? Let's get that. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. All right? And we're still under these curses to this day. But here we're coming into this day. All right, and this is talking about Israel. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay? We're coming up on that day. All right? So all we have to do is hold tight. Our day is coming. The kingdom, right, is coming into our hands. I'm going to keep this short. All right. This is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them as Israelite foreigners, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, so everything can be turned upside down. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Okay? So, here today, when they ain't lending to us, right? And I've been through that. Go for a loan and make up excuses and send you away. All right? That's what's going to happen to them in the kingdom. They ain't going to get nothing. You're going to get double of what you did to us. Let's keep that real quick. Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. All right? So what these devils did to us, they got that coming back twofold. All right? So that's pretty much the lesson right there. All right? So just hang in there. All right? We're watching this, watching Babylon fall. All right? All right? Hang in there. The point has been made. With that, we'll say, I hope that the elect were edified. And with that, Shabbat Shalom.